So it's important, it's good to analyze your life. Analysis is good, but don't overdo it. Don't worry about it too much. If analysis were that important, it wouldn't be made up of the words anal and ISIS.
Ben Glebe is on the Adam Carolla Show.
Ben's got a special, The Mad Kings, available on YouTube, where we find finer podcasts as well. All right, Mayhem, you got some news stories pulled down?
Got some news. First up in celebrity news, Kristin Cavallari. Kristin Cavallari.
I think it's Calamari.
Yeah, that felt like it is. I think the Yellowstone star Kevin Costner, and admits he's her forever crush.
He is her forever. She loves
He would be
Costner.
so lucky.
You like her?
I love her.
What do you like about her?
I just think she's beautiful. I'm a brunette guy. I usually don't like blondes, but she's something about her. Beautiful. Great face, great body, great vibe, classy, stylish.
Really?
Yeah.
I find her very annoying.
Really?
Grating.
I mean, I shouldn't even be
ears
saying this
and
because
eyes.
she dated my friend, but really grating.
Yeah.
Who'd she date that you know?
Annoying.
Jeff Dye.
Oh, Jeff Dye, yeah. He
Friend of the
has
show.
feelings about that relationship.
I think he does, yeah.
Yeah, he may have a couple.
Yep.
I may have heard some.
Yep. I should have never said this, but she's very attractive, I think.
All right, well, we're going to hear her? Something's on the screen. That's why I thought there was a clip or something coming.
Yeah.
This was her responding. She responded in text on her Instagram story, give him my number, forever crush.
And even that picture's hot that she did it on top of. She's like laying in bed with like sweats with her legs half crossed, ready for Kevin Costner to walk in this room and Tatanka, you know what I mean? Tatanka.
Money to
Suggestive.
taco achi. Bismiello.
That's right.
Does, I like to think Costner's above this,
Oh, no doubt.
but I don't know.
He's also 80 and she's 30.
Yeah, but he looks
He looks good.
good. He just
looks very
made me a video.
He did?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Just for no reason?
I told him he's 69 years of age. The guys,
You told him he was 69?
no,
Wait, who's 69?
Costner, 69. Sorry. The guys from Dry Bar, which, by the way, my special is available at Dry Bar now, but you would have to subscribe, but shall be released for free on YouTube coming up shortly, so people are aware of that.
As soon as Shelby does it.
The guys who from Angel Studios went and had some sort of meeting with Costner, and they asked him to, say hi to me, or he said hi or something. We're as a kind of the only celebrity friend I have that Jimmy's a celebrity, but I knew him before he was a celebrity.
Right.
So Costner was always a celebrity before I got into show business. So he may be. I mean,
What
I have
movie
other friends
do you
that-
love him from? Is Dances with Wolves, or is it all of his 19 sports movies?
The bicycle movie.
The bicycle movie.
American Flyer.
I don't know that one.
Oh, come on,
Sweet
bro.
mustache.
Sweet mustache. Yeah.
By the way, I'm sorry that I couldn't come to the Christmas party.
That's
I
all
heard
right.
you had a great party. I had a slightly even crazier event I was invited to beforehand that I could not say no to.
Well,
I was
that's
an
fine.
event with Oprah and Meghan Markle. I had to not.
Oprah?
I had to go to that. Oprah Winfrey. You've heard
That
of her.
Oprah?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was that?
It was a gala honoring Tyler Perry, the Paley Center honors. And I mostly just went because I heard there's like some rumors that maybe Meghan Markle and Prince Harry were on the outs, and I wanted to get a chance to make my move.
Get in there.
Yeah.
In terms of shooting your shot, Kelsey did that with Taylor Swift and worked out
It
pretty
worked
good,
out great.
right?
Yep.
Like, why not?
100%.
Yeah, I heard they're on the outs, and I tried to get with the prince myself.
He tried to
yeah.
give it to Prince. He seems
Mayhem and Harry. I like
I
that.
know, it's hot.
he seems like a zero to me.
He's boring.
I met him. Yeah,
have?
he's
You
like
met
a standard,
Standard
English
ginger.
white guy. Yeah.
So anyway, I like Costner. I'll tell you, underrated Waterworld.
Yeah.
Interesting, kind of dynamic, innovative, had some cool things.
Led to a whole attraction at Universal.
Dennis Hopper, funny,
Yep.
smokers on the
One eye.
Exxon Valdez guys. Anytime there's stunts on jet skis. I mean, anytime guys are jumping jet skis, I'm I'm in.
Yeah.
And there was a part where Costner slaps the little girl and says,
Yeah.
"What are you doing?" or something. And I think it's Jack Black flying the plane, and he sees him slap her, and he goes, "Nice touch."
Wow.
Jack Black?
It's a Jack Black looking guy.
It was a crazy guy flying
yeah.
that whatever. The kite or whatever it is. Yeah, I'm going to take a deep dive, pardon the pun, and go for Waterworld.
Okay. It's a good one.
It's a good one.
I would probably choose Bull Durham or For Love of the Game.
Yeah, that's
Or Field of Dreams. I mean, all of his baseball ones were the best. I
don't
think.
like movies where guys honor their dads.
Interesting.
It makes me angry.
Interesting. Is that all three of them? No, that's just Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams.
You don't like Field of Dreams?
I don't like movies where the dads are honored.
You don't like a game of catch with your dad at the end?
It makes me angry.
Okay. All right.
My dad and I never had that moment.
I understand that. Okay.
Now, I also...
I mean, with the Field of Dreams, it's possible now, but okay. You make your choices.
My dad wasn't possible when he was alive.
Yeah, but the things are different. You get a lot of wisdom and like get a lot chiller when you're dead.
Yeah.
My dad's died a couple of months ago. I haven't heard anything from him.
I
Really?
mean, that's because you haven't built the jazz club yet.
A jazz club. My dad could play the trumpet. I hate dusty movies. Like that movie where The Rock played whatever the black superhero was. Black Adam from Egypt or whatever.
Oh.
One big pile of dust. And like it was all shit falling down and poof, everything was fucking dust. I wanted to take a fucking shower halfway into that movie. I worked earthquake rehab. Did I mention that? Dust. It's fucking dust. Roto hammers into masonry. Dust. You know what you'd have to do?
Leaf blower. You would need a leaf blower.
Yeah, 2 of them.
You want to know worse than a leaf blower? When you would roto hammer, which is concrete drill, into the foundation before you would fill the hole with epoxy and then put all thread in so you could bolt down the foundation.
You got to strengthen that cripple wall.
You had to fucking blow it out with air. You know what? 100-year-old footing foundation
yeah.
is when you're underneath a fucking building and you got to bring in compressed air and like.
Are you just using one of those cans you use for your computer, or is it like more leaf blower industrial strength?
we had compressors all
Okay.
over. On a construction site, you'd have like one, 20-gallon compressor. And then like 5 hoses all going off, and you'd be using nail guns and blowing out shit and stuff like that. But the earthquake rehab's the fucking worst. But dust. I don't like dust, but I don't like movies that are dusty.
Yeah.
But then that stupid Black Adam movie, all it was dust. Dust
I
storms blowing
misspoke.
into-
I think you were talking about Scorpion King.
No, I'm talking about, I
Black
won't see
Adam.
that one either. But Waterworld,
Oh, yeah. Nice.
zero dust.
They
dust.
They wish they had.
They wish they prayed
their
for
dream.
dust. There
It
wasn't
was
dust to be found.
Yeah.
That's why I
Dryland's
like
not
it
a
so
myth.
much. Yeah. I mean, Field of Dreams, I had to drag the field once, so it got a little dusty.
True. True. All right. If only they had a Zamboni instead of the boys just
you're right.
scrape in the infield.
You're right.
With that long net thing.
That weird mesh screen
Weird
thing.
mess. I also like watching that though, because I always think they're going to miss part of the dirt, and they don't really miss any dirt.
it. So anyway, she shooting her shot with Costner.
Yep.
Yeah, because he just recently got a divorce. She's just broke up with this 24-year-old TikTok boy. So
Do you
yeah.
have that Costner video, Joe? Or did we ever send that to you? No. Huh. Tell Mike.
What did Costner say to you?
Oh, he was talking about me having to do a clean set for Dry Bar.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask. Would you able to do a clean set for Dry Bar?
Fuck no. Tell August to send it to you. I think he has it. I've said it once. I'll say it again. I looked at it as a challenge. I disagree when any professional comedian goes, I could never do it. You could do it. You're going to have to get into your material. But I am telling you, people, do not dismiss it by saying it's the verbiage, it's the shits and the fucks. It's not that. It's the themes. It's the stuff you're talking about that's no fly, where you don't get to do that idea. You can take any joke and clean it up.
For sure.
But you can't take an idea for a joke
So
and
what's an
clean
idea
it up.
that they wouldn't let you do? Everyone.
Most of my material is like fucking, I shouldn't say most, but I'd say like a fair degree of material is like themed badly.
Yeah, I mean,
What do you
for
mean?
those of you listening to this, Adam's face just running through his material right now just looked almost traumatized by his own material.
I've been trying. I mean, I'm trying to think how long to go into this, but there's a bit about. I found out that Gavin Newsom wanted his own alert for when black kids were missing because we have the Ebony Alert. He wanted to institute the Ebony Alert. We have the Amber Alert, but this is a true thing. He did do this.
Wow.
So anyway, the long and the short of the joke is the Amber Alert is basically for missing kids, but because Gavin Newsom's basically a racist, he wants the Ebony Alert for missing black kids. But I looked into it, which I did, and I was like, where are all these Amber Alerts? And you think it's a kid in a primered van going to Mexico. It's not. It's just dads who got screwed in a divorce hearing, a custody issue, wanting to spend a little more time with their kids. So it's really just dads wanting to spend more time with their kids. So as far as the Ebony Alert goes, we can rule them out. If a black kid goes missing, we got to look now. Because it's not dad trying to get an extra game of Parcheesi.
That's almost the reason why you do need an Ebony Alert.
Right. And so while there's no profanity whatsoever,
Right, I understand.
thematically,
I get that.
It's a harsh
the premise
racist,
are too dark.
racist joke.
Well,
Yeah.
a lot of people are policing material because I think going to be doing an OnlyFans set soon.
Oh, really?
And they don't want you doing like anything offensive or political. I'm like, on the site,
OnlyFans?
yeah.
What?
They want it to be it can be titillating, but it can't be. They don't want politics. They don't want. I'm like, are you sure? There's like lines there's lines here. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I was astounded.
How does that work?
I don't know. You just
Where do you shoot it?
Ice House, I think, is they do their tapings
Oh, OnlyFans does. Oh.
because they have like non-adult stuff now. OnlyFans TV or whatever.
Yeah, because didn't Whitney Cummings do one?
Yeah,
on
she did the
Only-
Burt Kreischer roast, and she did a stand-up thing for them. Produced a show.
How'd that work? Do
I
you
don't.
know?
I think it went well. I think it went really well. I think she's helping them establish a name in like non-adult things. Yeah, I mean, I think she should have just done the adult stuff. It would have been even easier.
Yeah,
Whitney, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's the way to make money.
Absolutely.
Interesting. All right. So,
Yeah, there's the OnlyFans. TV.
OnlyFans TV. Oh, I didn't know they've had that. I mean, I guess
There's Whitney right there.
everything is just eventually spreads out and just becomes mainstream.
Pun intended for OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and
Gaping even.
yeah, it's like everything starts as something and then just sort of becomes
Yeah.
something else.
What they said? eBay started as a place to only sell and trade Pez dispensers.
Really?
Yeah, and now it's just all things.
Amazon was the only place you could get a decent Zamboni back in the
true.
day.
That's a
And now
fact.
they sell everything.
Jet skis in there.
Yeah.
You can just do
And
little
Pornhub
loops.
was only jacuzzis.
That's right.
And they made
Still
it.
is largely.
Yeah.
The Waterworld made it easy. All the bad guys just smoked.
You're right.
They were called
You're
the
right.
smokers, and they just smoked. Like I mean, he was on to something early. Anyway, all right. If Mike sends that vid, I'll show it to you. But keep going.
All right, Netflix is walking back its generous paternal leave policy after too many workers take a full year off.
Who the fuck decided you had to wait till your kid was in high school before you came home? Like, it's a new world order. I had twins. I missed one day of work, and then I went back because I had a job and because there's
Felt like
nothing.
the twins could take care of each other.
Yeah,
Two of
split it
them.
up. First off, there's nothing going on with a newborn. They just need somebody making sure mama doesn't get drunk and roll over on them and suffocate them. Right. There's no bonding. There's no after they're born, they're cleaned up. They make everything. We have replaced in a world where we basically got rid of religion. We replaced it with a bunch of superficial pussy shit that makes nothing. You know, like you have to bond with your kid. You have to. They don't even know
skin on skin
They don't know who the fuck you are until they're like 4.5. There's no anything. There's no reason. I I didn't even raise my kids after they were born. We had a fucking nanny and a night nurse. Some person that shouldn't have been in this country raised these fucking kids.
And I mean, that's probably better for the kids.
Better for the kids.
For sure.
I just paid. I just threw money at the problem.
Yeah.
I didn't do, maybe 2 diapers. I fucking worked. I made a bunch of money, and I'm not fucking, and also, I got a morning radio job. I got to get up at 4:45 or whatever every morning. No, I'm not going in the room with the monitor going off and doing the diaper 2:20 in the evening. I don't do. Why the fuck should I do that? I bought the fucking house and everything else. Yeah. Now I'm going to take more of my money. I'll give it to the night nurse. She'll go and fucking sleep in that room with those kids and take care of them. That's it. I just got back from New York with my kids. They love me. And they called me. Well, they called me Yolanda a few times.
Sure, I get that.
But that was a little off-putting.
And they also don't want to watch Field of Dreams with you.
No, they don't want to watch American Flyers. It's fine. They're fine. They're 18. We have a good time.
Sure.
They don't remember from when they were zygotes and I wasn't there.
Well, of course they don't remember. This is their first memories with you.
Yes. How do you do? Yolanda, is it?
We're told you are mom or dad.
No, my son, my name is Bob Jacuzzi. Good to meet you. How about I freshen up that highball? All right. It's bullshit, and you certainly don't need to the dads don't need to fucking stay home for 2 months. The moms, if they're taking care of the kid, fucking stay home. And then get the fuck back to work. Pete Buttigieg staying home for like 3 months. He's appointed Secretary of Transportation. 10 minutes later, he's like, I gotta go back to the condo and hang out with my fucking boyfriend who didn't even shit out this fucking kid. We paid a surrogate and I won't be working for 3 months. What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Get the fuck back to work.
Husband, I think, but it does bring up an existential question. If it's 2 fathers, should both get paternal leave? At the most, one. They're both. You can't get double paternal leave.
Which one's dad? Right. Which one's the bitch?
You get one dad. If there's not a mom there, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, there's got to be some lines in society.
Yeah, this whole story, Netflix, had a loose guidelines, and they say parents generally take 4 to 8 months off for paternal leave. But what happened was it was very vague in the wording of the policy, so everybody just took a year off. And,
Well, the other thing that people do is they'll just take full advantage of whatever the system is.
That's what I'm saying. It's one of those system hacks.
Why didn't they just make the rule more specific? They don't have to roll back the whole They should have done it that you can take as much time off as you need or share your parenting with up to 3 other people if you give them your password.
The Family and Medical Leave Act applies to companies with at least 50 employees, requires employees to offer up to 12 weeks of unpaid parental leave. In some states, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts, California, Colorado, Oregon, Rhode Island, and Washington, D.C. are required to offer 12 weeks of paid parental leave.
Fucking 3 months of pay.
Yeah.
It's probably what the drones are in New Jersey. They're looking to see if people are indeed parenting or if they're just out on a Zamboni having a great hot tub old time.
You can find, remind me, because Dawson sent me a note. I made a joke about Pete Buttigieg. You can find that Waters clip from last night. Maybe I have it somewhere, but I made a gay joke about him. But what's kind of funny? What's interesting, if you do enough shows, is the host will react and laugh when the host knows that was a spontaneous answer and not one that was chambered. Mm-hmm. Because they'll tell you we're going to talk about this and we're going to talk about that, right? But then every once in a while, they'll go somewhere else. And the thing that's kind of interesting, anyway, the thing that was funny is the guy who ran the van, they show up in a big Sprinter van to your house.
Oh, to do the hit from in front of your house.
Mobile studio. They put a background. They put the earbud in, the ear thing, so you can hear the feed.
And no TV monitor, which is insane in these trucks. How do they not have a TV monitor? You can have it on your phone logged onto Zoom. It's like I'd much rather do it from my home from Zoom.
This is interesting. I'm glad you brought this up, Ben. This guy, it's funny. This guy pulls up, and I'm just cutting it close. I got home at 10 to 5, and my hit was at 5:20. So like cutting it close. And this guy, as I'm pulling in my driveway, I go, I'm just going to go up. You don't have to change, just to put a shirt on, a decent shirt on. He goes, that could be him. The guy goes, all right, see you at 220. And I go, no, not 220. He goes, oh, yeah, 420. And I go, no, it's 450 right now. And he goes, oh, yeah, 520. I go, okay, that took a minute. Then I came back down. I was sitting in the seat, and I realized he did something the second time that he didn't. The monitor needs to be, there is a monitor, but it needs the feed of the show. So you can see the guy talking and not talking. The monitor had me on it, right?
That's what they have, right.
And I go, the last time I had this guy, he did the monitor with me on the monitor, not the feed of the show, and it fucked the timing up a little because I couldn't see, and there's a 2-second delay. And this time it was like 4 minutes before the show was before my hit, and I'm sitting there looking at myself, and I go, New York, can we change the feed to the feed of the show, not me? And then all of a sudden it changed like that. He did it from the front. This fucking guy was going to do that fuck up again. It's also weird about people. Like, what job do you have? And then why would you do this?
People put in zero effort onto almost any job.
I agree. So when the thing was over, he goes, that Pete Buttigieg joke, that was a good one. You must have been sitting on that one for a while. And I said, no. There was no discussion. And I said, the reason Jesse laughed real hard is because we didn't have the discussion. And it was a decent joke. I mean, one time, God, I remember one time I did O'Reilly a million years ago, and he goes, hey, Carolla, how's it over there in L.A. with, he said something like with your cocaine and your and your movie stars or something. And I said, well, first off, it's fentanyl and prostitutes. Like, and he just laughed because he thought he was going to fucking zing me getting out of the thing. Now, it wasn't all that funny, but it was to him because he knew there was no prep to it. That's
yeah. But are you gonna? You remember the Buttigieg joke?
It's there. I think we got the
great
clip. You can watch it. You can see, I don't know what we're going to be talking about.
We're going through the episode. Give us a moment.
Okay. When you pointed into the thing, sorry.
Also,
right, when
you're in this mobile truck, even when they do have the video feed of the show, it's better, but it's still a mind fuck because you're trying to be in the moment talking to somebody, but you're watching them on a 2-second delay. So it's like you're experiencing instant nostalgia of life that just happened and trying to time based on the past.
That'd be a good John Lennon song.
Thank you.
Instant nostalgia.
Well, I think that line I might have a little bit been inspired there by Dimitri Martin's old joke. He goes, I love smartphones because you get to experience nostalgia right away.
I like that, Dimitri. It's funny.
Yeah, he's funny. He's a good
What
writer.
are we doing with Oprah and Tyler Perry?
I was just invited to the $2,500 seats. My buddy just had 4 seats and invited me to this gala. And I thought I was going to be like hobnobbing with Ted Sarandos and Meghan Markle and Oprah and Tyler Perry. And they had security around all 4 of them. And you
really?
couldn't even get, even with $2,500 tickets, you couldn't get near these people.
Really?
I was shocked. I did talk to Kerry Washington for a minute. She had no security. But everybody else, I just couldn't. And I wasn't even trying to talk to Meghan Markle. I just wanted to go up to Ted Sarandos and say, my next special, I'm going to be pitching it to you guys soon. Please keep an eye out for it. And I couldn't. I was in an argument with the lady, the security lady. I walked up there. She's like, please, they said nobody goes around here. And and I just smiled at her. And a friend of mine got a photo of me smiling at the security lady with Meghan Markle in the background. And I posted it and just put my caption over the lady's badge so you couldn't quite tell she was a security lady. It just looked like I was hobnobbing very close to Meghan Markle. In fact, I was almost being arrested.
Wow.
But I really hid that for social media and then admitted it now.
They don't cordon it off or anything. They just have security guys kind of hanging around.
Like boxing you out?
Yeah. And they probably wouldn't have maybe even had them everywhere. Like they were at their table, they were fine. there was no security there probably, but they just stayed in this one area by the front of the red carpet where there was security, and they just talked there the whole time. But my table was in direct eye line of Meghan Markle, and there was one moment where I looked over like 2 tables back, and she looked at me and kind of went one of these. She was like a little bit of a shy look away.
Come hither?
Yeah, a little bit of a come hither, or it could have been like, who is that? Why is he looking at me? Tell him to stop looking at me.
Yeah,
one of
maybe
those
it's
two
that.
for sure.
I sometimes will get the go hither. You know what I mean? Like, go over there and fucking hither.
Yeah, go away, hither,
Leave your
please.
fucking hither puss and walk it outside of this building, please.
Yep.
Yeah, stop hithering around here.
But instead, I just didn't talk to any of them. And then the girl that was assigned to be my date by my friend that invited us stole my vape at the end of the night and then walked away with my vape. So it was a disappointing night compared to what it could have been.
I think we have the clip here.
Thank God.
As far as I can tell.
I don't think they're going to have any success with the old playbook. I think they're going to have to find some Fetterman-style guy, some guy or some girl that it's at least authentic. Like, you may agree, you may disagree, but that's exactly who they are.
You're probably right. That rules out Mayor Pete Buttigieg, who I don't know, if I was on a flight and he started handing me bags of planners, I don't know if I'm down with that.
Well, if Buttigieg comes up behind me and offers me nuts, I am going to be scared for a moment.
All right, I'm kicking you off this flight, Carolla. That's enough. You're going to have to listen to his podcast from here.
Yeah, he wouldn't have laughed that hard if he knew it was chambered already.
Also, nobody in the world knows, looking at that beautiful city backdrop behind you, that you're in a guy's van.
I'm in a guy's van.
He's offering you candy, and they think you're in a beautiful LA TV studio.
He later took me to Mexico. We had a Amber Alert type situation.
I love that.
It was zip ties and duct tape and Tijuana or bust. And I was abducted. Yeah.
Best day of your life.
Yeah, but I got him to put ESPN on the monitor finally, so I had
Just
some
to cover the
entertainment
noise.
back there. Yeah,
He shoots, he scores.
You sit in a van. They have you sit on a little bolted down
Stool, uncomfortable.
Yep, and they hook you up. They always ask you what ear you want the monitor in. The feedback thing. I'm always like, I don't know, whatever you like. And then they put the mic on you, and then
I'm
you
always
sit there.
also astounded when it's television and they don't make any effort to adjust. They want you to come early for sound check and video check, and they're always like, "Can you say a word? Hello, yeah, we're good, thank you." Like they
Right.
don't adjust. Can you look this way? You're shiny. Talk louder. They don't care.
They don't care. And every once in a while, they get you to do even more work where they have you hold up the white balance card, where they go, "Can you hold up the white balance?" And you hold this thing like you're like an inmate in a penitentiary. You just hold this thing up, and they go like, "Oh," they dial in the white whatever.
And there's Photoshop numbers on there.
That's right. And they get rid of the badge.
That's right.
All right, one more, Mayhem.
All right. We'll go with this. Luigi Mangioni's grandmother left his family members millions so long as they didn't commit crimes.
Wow, all you had to do is not shoot a CEO in the back in Manhattan. You could just lived in Maui for the rest of your life.
That really gives.
God.
Yeah, it's my
He was a rich guy who wasn't even insured by that company, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's apparently the situation. I think he just got kind of indoctrinated by a lot of books that he read and very angry at the system as a total and decided to make himself the vigilante that, showcased the...
I mean, the healthcare system is super broken. Doesn't mean you should murder people, but it is. But they don't have in all the covers. They're like it's completely. He took a life. But these healthcare companies are taking like thousands and thousands of lives, and nobody cares.
It's easy to see both sides of it if you look into it because this healthcare executive was, responsible for a lot of people getting denied care, and this guy fashions himself a Robin Hood type figure to take from the rich. And
he's a fucking nut. You should kill yourself when you plan assassinations. Make you your first target. That's what I would like to put on one of those electronic freeway signs. If you are going
click it or
to
take
do
it.
a
Don't
murder,
drink and drive.
You're going to do if you're doing a murder-suicide, let's start with suicide, and maybe we'll get around to the murder.
Make it suicide murder. You really cut down the murder rate.
I think they should call it suicide murder to stop. Right now they go murder suicide, and we got a dead wife over here.
People are stupid. They'd probably fall for the order switch.
Yeah, they go, oh, what
it's
is
the
it?
old switcheroo. It's classic.
Yeah, it'd be like rabbit season, duck season with Bugs Bunny and Daffy. Oh, was that Daffy Duck? Yeah. You just switch it on them. You go, you're not planning on doing a suicide murder.
Mind if I see that gun there, boss?
Yeah. What'd you say? It's murder. No, it's suicide murder. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's a good idea.
So I'll kill myself. Then I'm going to kill my wife when she gets back from work. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's called.
That's a good order. Good plan.
Murder. Switch.
I like
the script.
The old switcheroo. I like that. Also, with the freeway electronic signs, even in this modern day of all sorts of substances, they still say don't drink and drive on those signs.
Right.
It feels like it's implicit permission to drive high.
Smoke weed and
They don't even want to mention it.
Yeah, they have. I have seen some PSAs where there's like an actor explaining not to drive high. I've seen a couple.
I like that the message really sunk in deep for you, though.
Yeah, well, I was pretty big when I saw it, and I was trying to operate that big rig, and I was watching my phone, so I didn't see the whole thing. There's a don't drive high PSA that is done by an actor where they think it's real cute, where the guy's acting for the first 5 seconds, and then he breaks down the fourth wall and starts walking toward the camera going, I'm an actor, which I was going, oh, you're such a fucking hero admitting you're an actor. And he's real serious about, but the thing that's kind of funny about it is they don't say don't smoke pot. They just go, don't smoke pot and drive. They're not trying to convince you. It's long gone are the days where we're trying to convince people not to smoke pot at all. Now it's like, you're smoking pot. Just don't operate a dirigible.
Listen, I'm an actor. We're all doing meth.
That's
when
right.
you do meth, what we want to make sure you don't do is also fly an airplane.
Yeah.
That's all we ask.
I don't know what it would be called. A anti-pot?
What would be called?
This PSA I've seen it on TV quite a few times. That guy who's an actor telling you not to
I remember
smoke pot
it, yeah.
and saying he's an actor.
Listen, I'm an actor.
A far cry from this is your brain on drugs. You know what I mean? Because now...
But also that didn't work because everybody loves eggs.
That's right. It's true.
Everybody loves eggs. Who doesn't want to be eggs? I'd love to be eggs.
Where is
People love eggs so much, the whole
here it
election is
is.
based on egg prices.
I'm an actor in an ad that was given 12 seconds to remind you that if you're high, just don't drive. Because if you feel different, you drive different. It's illegal to drive high everywhere anyway.
This commercial got an Emmy for best
What a premise.
best dolly work.
Oh, I thought it was best man bun.
Best band, but that's some dolly work. They had to pull. Some guy was pulling that camera, rolling.
It was beautifully shot, but the premise of this ad, they thought we have 15 seconds. Instead of just telling people not to drive high, we're going to have an unknown actor acting as though
Step
he's
out of the
standing
party.
in a party.
Yeah.
And people are going to be much more effective ad. This guy, an out-of-work actor doesn't think I should drive high.
Also, if you are high and you're watching that, then you assume later on when you turn it on Friends or any other show that Jennifer Aniston's going to break down the fourth wall and start talking to you.
Creates an unfair
through
expectation.
a totally unrealistic and unfair expectation of a fourth wall broken down.
Right.
Let's watch it one more time.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
All 12 seconds.
I also like the guys who got they had to Taft-Hartley them or something, but they got the non-speaking role in this 15-second.
Yeah.
Smoking at a party, drinking at a party.
An ad that was given 12 seconds to remind you that if you're high, just don't drive. Because if you feel different, you drive different. It's illegal to drive high everywhere anyway.
Oh, thanks, bud.
He gives the extra reason at the end. You shouldn't do it, and also it's
also
illegal.
illegal.
But also, as far as an actor, he has just 15 seconds of acting in this commercial, because I hate to break this to you, but even after he breaks down the fourth wall, he's still acting. He's still an actor in this commercial.
Wait, I didn't get that.
He doesn't become a real...
What do you think about the choices?
And he doesn't look at his watch.
No.
He has one physical thing to do in the commercial, and he goes, I'm giving 12 seconds and never breaks eye contact with the camera. He fakes the watch look. This guy has no future.
Wait,
as an
and all
actor.
of this was inside the Sprinter van?
That's correct. Yep.
What do you think of the choices from a directorial standpoint of the extras looking at him when he walked away?
No, they didn't break character. They were all still in the party.
They were looking. They were looking.
No, they were
at
looking
them.
at him like, why is he breaking character?
Why is he walking into the entry hall and talking to someone who's not here?
They're high.
they're
They
really high.
they didn't. They broke. They stopped
I want to
acting.
see it again.
Yeah, I do. I want to run it back. I like
Watch,
that track
watch the
too.
watch too. Make sure you look
12
at.
seconds.
Oh,
to
he kind
remind
of
you that if
glances,
you're
but doesn't
high,
really
See
process
the guy with
it.
the beer?
Because if you
Now
feel
they're all
different,
looking.
You drive different. It's illegal to drive high everywhere anyway.
Can we get back to the scene?
They stopped acting, Mayhem,
Yeah, you're
and
right.
we're looking at him. That's a choice. I would have kept them in that party.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
Me too.
Yeah,
And then had,
with you.
And then had like a date rape situation
Yeah,
go on
yeah.
the sofa.
You want a double ad,
a double PSA.
double PSA.
Yeah, a double
where someone
penetration.
But
drinks too
also,
much,
back in
they
the party
blacked
back
out.
there, there's people that aren't
Right.
able to consent fully.
There's also a grip that has to get cued to like walk and we see their back. They must have cued that guy.
And
right?
also support the unions. They could have thrown a couple more causes into this ad.
Yeah.
Support your
IATSE?
striking IATSE members.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's take a break.
Plus, the Apple Watch is now available on sale. Tells you how many seconds you got
We've got 12.
to tell people not to drive drunk.